notion, you know, he played the NFL, so we know the man can play football. But sometimes the measure of somebody is what they've done after their athletic career, and I think, Mr. Musgrove, you've certainly shown us that, as you will see in this next video piece.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting there. This is why my wife has the remote all the time.
It's an honor. Anytime anyone from your hometown honor you, it's got to be overwhelming at least. I'm just great because I am Bakersfield raised, not bred, but raised, and I'm proud of that.
And Bakersfield is proud to call Spain Musgrove one of its own, a BHS driller who left an impression on his teammates.
A fairly quiet young man, but tougher than all get out.
He was big, very big.
He was a big guy.
In those days, sometimes we'd have contact drills, and there was two guys that always counted to see who I was going to be against. I was hoping it wasn't, three guys, Spain, McGill, or Fred Strickler.
I ran up against him and John Beard quite a bit. They taught me a lot, you know, and that's what I always appreciated about Spain. I'm sure that there was many times that I was laying down on the ground and he was going on back to the quarterback.
A standout in track and field, Spain's future was in football. His appreciation of playing for the Drillers still runs strong.
There's a lot of history. I think there's one of the things people miss around here, the history of being a driller. Coming in as a freshman, just trying to make a football team. We had 6 football teams then.
The football program at BHS took a lot of boys and made men out of them.
Playing for Coach Paul Briggs, he says, left a lasting impression.
One of the most organized coaches I've ever seen in my life. He was so far ahead of the game, I will bet you could not find anyone prepared for a game like he did. He had films on all the running backs that played at Bakersfield High School, running that 22 pitch. And every block, every really suitcase, and he can call on, see some man. He run the play, so it's drilling us through our heads what the play looked like, and he would call off all these famous ball players that ever attended. You know, Jerry Marin, you know, he just run them off.
Spain recalls a game where the Drillers trailed south 7-0 at the half.
Coach Briggs' wife taught at South High, and that was not a good thing. Threw it down and walked out. He said, "Thanks a lot, fellas," and just walked out. Here we are, a bunch of youngsters sitting in the room, no direction. Came back, boy, and he just left us to ourselves. And to me, I just remember, you say, well, what are we going to do? Nobody to tell you what you're going to do. You just have to do it.
From BHS, Spain made his way to Bakersfield College, playing on a team of some older players returning from the military.
I'm not a rah-rah guy. I don't get excited about you yelling and nothing else. You can yell, act crazy. My deal is snap the ball, we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do next.
Appearing in the 1963 and 1964 Potato Bowls, Spain was named to the first junior college All-American football team his sophomore year.
The thing about Spain was he could play both ways. I mean, he was an athlete. You know, a lot of these pass rushers you see, they can run straight ahead and kill a passer, but you put 3 or 4 guys in front of them that are going to stunt. Takes a little bit more gray matter. You know, that's a fact. I'll debate that with anybody. You know, you've got to be a hell of a lot smarter to play offensive line than you do defensive line.
Next up, Utah State.
Dick Richard and Tim Shannon always made a pact to go to UCLA. And I kept saying, I want to go to Utah State because they had Marilyn Olsen, Lionel Aldridge, you know, a bunch of guys who played there. I said, it's for linemen, you know.
Spain was once again on the defensive side of the ball. Utah State teammate MacArthur Lane.
For a big man, he could haul the mill. His quickness off the ball. Sometimes I wondered, did he know snap count? His ability to be all over the place making tackles. I mean, every time you look up, it was him.
1967, the NFL Draft. Spain was selected in the 2nd round with the 38th pick overall by the Washington Redskins.
My senior year, I only played about 6 games. I missed 4 games. So I didn't even see myself getting drafted that high.
People that you play with, you never expect to see them on TV on Sunday, but there in the 70s when he was playing with the Redskins, so we watched and followed Spain.
But anyone to go that far has a lot of talent.
I think I watched him a few times on TV and was, said, hey, I played with that guy at one time.
It's a small town, you got a guy playing for the Redskins, everybody in town is watching him.
His coach, the legendary Vince Lombardi.
You hear him talk, and very seldom he's talking about football. It's very strange, he's talking about life, executing the play, being what you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do. And I never feared it. I thought he was a funny guy, But you knew he was serious because he would ship guys out with a drop of the hat. And all they had to do was violate one of his principles.
That Redskins team had its share of characters. Among them, quarterback Sonny Jurgensen.
Sonny, again, he's one of those characters. A lot of things went on behind the scenes with Sonny Jurgensen that I should not be comment on, but he did the report system a lot.
Besides promoting his own company, Spain has dedicated his time and effort to his community in Washington, D.C. 13 years as the branch executive of Boys and Girls Club of Greater Washington, D.C.
You sit down and you start just talking. And all they want to know is not how much you know, it's how much you care.
It goes back to his work ethic. He's not a lazy guy, never was a lazy guy.
He's somebody that's not gonna let you down. He's not somebody that we're gonna talk good about him because he's an athlete, He's for real.
He's a credit to our town, everything you ever heard about him, and anybody that ever knew him likes Spain Musgrove.
Spain is a great person. He's one of the better people, that I have, felt that, I was very fortunate to meet him and, call him my friend.
14 years as recreation specialist with the Potomac Job Corps Center.
He was on the initial committee that actually met at Ethel Kennedy's home to start the Special Olympics. And there's some Muhammad Ali, Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio, Jimmy Carter. These are some people, Spain Musgrove, that were at this initial meeting at the Kennedy House.
And he's been a member of the Lions Club since 1975.
The first Lions Club I associated with the Bakersfield Lions Club. I was at Bakersfield College, they asked me to come and speak.
Serving in a number of capacities, he's been president 10 times, currently serving in that role at the Fort Stevens Lions Club of Washington, D.C.
He's giving back to the community, helping people who need help. A lady needed an eye dog, a leader dog. To make a phone call. When there's a reservation, a waiting list, make a phone call, it happened. Just knowing people, and that's what Lions is. You just happen to know people can get something done really needed in the community. Glass collection, food sale, candy, all that stuff's been involved. So the point is trying to help someone who's less fortunate than yourself.
Working with kids, he says, is personal.
It's a reflection from where I've come. I was raised in Bakersfield, California. It was someone, a teacher, be it elementary school, junior high school, they helped. They showed how much they cared. Spending extra time. People don't realize we didn't get where we are on our own. There's a lot of people that standing there when you turn your head in your hand and they say, hey, come and I help you. Let's sit and talk. Let's work this out. Let me show you a way. That's what the value is.
And for Spain Musgrove, that process really took hold on the BHS football field.
When I went to college, I didn't have to learn anything. All I had to do is concentrate on the plays and direction. Fundamentally, I was sound. Go to pros, I didn't have to learn anything. Fundamentally, I was sound. And that's because the coaching staff at Bakersfield High School, Coach Briggs, the rest of the staff I went through, they taught me what I needed to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spain Musgrove.
Go.
I promise you I won't take long. That's some of my friends.
think they feel otherwise. First of all, I'd like to say good evening to guests and friends. This is definitely an honor and a privilege to be an inductee to the Bob Elias Kern County Sports Hall of Fame. Key to honor. I don't get too excited about this, but that is an honor because when your hometown recognizes you, it's like you can take that to the bank. That means more than anything else. I'd also like to say thanks to the board of directors. Must have been a hard decision to make. The reason I say this, I'm 67 years old and I can't remember anything. So, Megan, 25 years old. She can remember a lot of things. I'd like to give special thanks to Charlie Craig, president. And I remember Charlie Craig at Fresno Relays. I think we call it hop, step, and jump. Did everything, and you always, every time we go there, you always see Charlie Craig. And his wife Kathy and I graduated from Batesville High in '63, I believe. I think that was the year, anyway. And Mike Lee. The reason I'm giving a special thanks to Mike, he took a lot of guts for me. Charlie told me, anything you need to see Mike. Well, that was true. I mean, I'm a picky guy, like to see things done right. Mike made sure everything was done properly. I'd like to thank you again, Mike, for being there when I made that phone call. I know your wife and I appreciate you calling us so much. That's important. It's about friendship. Mike and I played in Batesville High School. I'd like to say a special thanks to my good friend Bill Perry, my first college roommate on a way trip to Batesville College, and his lovely wife. They have put up with me. Margot, I keep worrying about if I leave the house and come back, my luggage might be out on the curb. But outstanding. Bill and I have been friends since my freshman year at Batesville College. Joe Johnson. Where? Joe Johnson and his wife Norma. These are friends. And what I'm telling you, folks, life is like a fiber optic thread. You go through life and you touch people and leave all kinds of experiences. But on that thread is memories that periodically you catch a hold to, you recall the good times you had and some bad, and you remember those things. Joe, Norma, Bill, this guys here that I played ball with, you like to see Dallas Grider. You know, these is years ago. But these guys here, and some of my friends, if they please stand, my friends and family, please stand, because there's a few of you here. I'm saying this because we've been through a lot together. And some people you can call friends, but nothing like a real friendship. You know, somebody can tell you when you're wrong. You know, when you're really wrong, you say you're doing stupid stuff. Okay? These are the people I count on to keep me straight and narrow.
Amen.
Guys I played ball with at Batesville College, Charlie Smith. Played with Oakland Raiders, he's here. Joe Warner. Okay, of course, Joe Johnson. Got George